Hi guys, it's Li Hui, your host for this podcast. Everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to talk about teaching. Guys, have you taught anyone before? Think about it. I think that most of us at some point of our life, we will be a teacher to someone. We will be teaching someone. It can be as simple as you teaching your friend how to do this algebra question, or you teaching your mom and dad how to use the TV remote control, or it can be even simple as you teaching your nephew how to spell out the word apple. So most of the time we teach without ourselves realizing that we are teaching. So teaching happens in various forms and it almost happens every day in our life. Okay, so here comes the main question of today's podcast. Why should we teach? Why can't just all of us mind our own business and don't bother about others? Nope, I don't think that's possible, and I don't want that to happen as well. So let's answer the question, why should we teach? In my opinion, when we grow older, all of us, I think, at some point of our life, we will want to gain a control in our own life, right? We don't want other people decide for us. But we don't only want this control for our own life, we also want the power, to participate in other people's life. It's just like busybodying in other people's life. And teaching can definitely fit your desire or our desire to do that, to be the busybody. Because when you teach, you feel that sense of responsibility. And you know that whatever you are saying right now, whatever you are teaching right now will actually affect your student in some ways. So you will try your best not to make or reduce the amount of mistakes that you make. And actually, that itself will make you a better person and a better teacher as well. Not only that, teaching can also allow normal people like us to make a difference in other people's life. Although we are not that influential, not that rich, or even that smart compared to Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and even Elon Musk, but teaching can allow us to make a difference in other people's life. I think that most of us, after we graduated from our high school, we will remember some words from our teacher, even though we have graduated for a long time already. It can be an inspiring quote that inspire you to become who you are right now. Or it can just be like a lame, not funny at all, that joke. But they are all words from your teacher. If we as a teacher, and we are lucky enough, our students will not only remember what we have said before, but also how we look like. And lucky enough, probably our name also. So I think this is a wonderful thing. It's like leaving a footprint in other people's life. It's just the same thing as why people work so hard to leave their name on a building. And next thing, most people ask me, should I be the best first before I teach? I say, first we learn, then we teach. So when teaching was my full-time job, I felt like I should be the one to pay the fees, not my student, because I learned so much from them. I learned that empathy is a key to build a good relationship with not only students, but generally people as well. Because I used to speak so fast and I tend to mumble every time I speak, and most of my friends, they don't even know what I'm saying most of the times. Teaching taught me the correct way to communicate with people. So I would say, listen before you speak. And when others are speaking, you listen. That's what I learned from teaching. Of course, I learned so many other things from teaching. Like, for example, I learned so many interesting stuffs and fun facts. Like, I know that there are different types of dinosaurs and how Legos are made, and the legend versus between a terrifying mosasaurus and the megalodon shark, who will win between these two terrifying creatures. What actually is a sea bean and how it can solve sea pollution or ocean pollution. So there are many things that I learned from teaching, and I will be always grateful that I took up the job to be a teacher. We become student again when we teach. And this is why you should teach. It's such a precious opportunity to become a student again. And I don't think that any of us should let go of this opportunity. So one last reason of why should we teach other is that I think knowledge and education are the basis of all things, and teacher is the shaper of future generation. I know that this whole sentence and statement sounds lame and old-fashioned, but it's also the reason why teaching is a dominant thing. When we teach, we are able to pass our knowledge and sometimes some of our tips also to our student. If we are really good in our job and with a little bit of luck, we might also be a source of motivation and inspiration. We might be their role model that they look up to, imitate, and learn every single action that we do or every single word that we say. It's just amazing to be that person. And we have always been that person actually. We have always been a teacher. So thank you for staying with me until now. And if you are already wondering whether you should teach or you should not teach, my answer is always you should. Teach others even if you are just a beginner. Because only beginners know what other beginners need. Experts have just come too far, and sometimes experts, they forget the basics too. So teach. Teach even you are just a beginner. So if you are a teacher too, feel free to leave a comment and let me know how long have you been teaching and what have you learned from teaching, okay? Last but not least, I want to give a big shout out to my students who have been with me for a year. Thank you for everything. Thank you for making my gap year better and more interesting. I wish all the best to all of you in your future and be a good person. So that's all for today. And today, I want to recommend to our listeners not a song, but actually a mini album released by a Korean girl group named Mamamoo. This mini album is called WAW. I don't actually know how to read it out, so I just call it WAW. With a title song called Where Are We Now? When I first listened to it, I was amazed by the power of their vocals and the arrangement of the song. It's very different from the usual K-pop song that is designed to have cool choreography. Instead, Where Are We Now is a ballad, and the remaining songs in the album are all sentimental songs accompanied by fantastic piano playing. The album tells the story of Mamamoo, how far they have come since debut and where they will be in the foreseeable future. It also narrates the life story of the members that we as a normal people can definitely relate to. Even though there's no strong rhythm, no cool and sexy choreography, but only pure vocal from the singers, it has really hit me hard. Really, really hard. There's something mature, strong, and powerful I feel from the song. So I really hope that you can spend some time to listen to this awesome album, and I hope you will enjoy it like I do. Okay? So that's all for today. I will see you in our next episode. So bye bye. Goodbye.